Oh my, hello. Greetings. Todd Terwilliger here, and I wanted to do a shoot from the hip, little quick and dirty mindfulness exercise. I've been thinking a lot about where I'd like to take things from here, and I realized there's been a lot of shoe shining and not a lot of hiking, you know what I mean? Neither do I. So, welcome to my laboratory, for lack of a better word. And behind me is a scroll that mon papa bought for me years ago. It's a lovely gift. I treasure it. Obviously, it's been here, it's been with me for a long time. And it's actually his birthday today. So happy birthday, Pops. Thank you very much. The supporting of my weird meditation stuff. This is a Chinese calligraphy scroll, and it says Wu Wei, which is I know it is a Taoist concept of to do without doing, non-action. I'm sure there's a lot more to it, but the way that I understand this, in the context that I want to do this is kind of an effortless action. It's not that you're not doing anything. It's a little paradoxical, obviously, like a lot of Eastern religious concepts and, religious concepts in general. But it's the way that we have an elegance in our actions and that we're not clenching, right? We're not forcing something to happen. We're going with the flow, right? Yeah. So, all that to say, what I wanted to do tonight in my extremely humid apartment is to introduce you to a very introductory exercise, but very simple, foolproof. You cannot do this wrong. You can choose not to do it, that's fine, but we're going to do this together. It's going to be a fun little experiment. We're going to create an energetic container that I'm recording this, and later on, whoever's watching this are going to join up, and there's something going on there. There's a little more going on than we think. Okay, so this one is going to be called witnessing. Yes. Intertitles, if I remember them, are going to be right here. Witnessing. So, what we're going to do is we're going to find a comfortable place to sit. A place where we can be alone. We can be undisturbed for a couple minutes. It's not going to take much longer than that. Do it when you do it. Obviously, you can just pause this video however you want. So we're going to sit down. I'm going to try this little experiment together. And I see this as kind of like, it's the first step. It's sort of like the step zero. It's a really good introductory thing. And if this is all you do for a while, you'll get a lot out of it. But there's a lot more to this. But this is a good little taste to talk about what I want to talk about when we're talking about, or actually just doing, mindfulness. And it's time to get practical, because talking about it, doesn't get us far for long. We have to start language, all that. Anyways, I'm just talking too much, so I'll meet you on the cushion. All right? Find somewhere. Oh. That was fast. So, like most cool 43-year-old single dudes, I'm on a Friday night drinking a beer and making a video about meditation. All good. So, what we need is our butts on a cushion, and ideally very quick stuff about meditation poses. It doesn't have to be that complicated. I've been meditating for 20 some odd years. I've never pulled off a full lotus position in my life. My legs don't work that way. So just find a place to sit. Ideally, you're not lying down. unless there's certain body stuff that you need to deal with and you can only lie down, all good. But ideally we're sitting down We've got our back straight, not too straight, just straight enough. And what we want to do is we want to cross our legs gently enough. And the key here, this isn't going to be a long meditation at all, believe me. We're just going to do a minute. You want your hips to be above your knees, the way you're sitting. That has a lot to do with blood flow and not having your legs fall asleep, yada, yada, yada. This is not going to be a long one, but you're going to get a timer. We're going to use a timer. And I got my boomer camera here. And on my iPad, I'm going to put a minute. You can't see it, but trust me, it's a minute. So take your phone, take whatever it is, put a minute on. And what we're going to do is, you know that old chestnut you see in films and snappy TV shows from, back in the day? They used to say, what'll they think of next? Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to say, I'm going to bring this up a little bit closer. We're going to say, what will I think of next? Okay? Not because we have an answer. It's just we're going to put that out. We're going to start the timer and we're going to say, what will I think of next? And we're going to sit and just let it happen. Let thoughts happen. Let emotions happen. Let sensations happen. Whatever comes up. There's no wrong answer. This is just a compassionate witnessing of what's going on. It's very important that we realize that we are going to treat our thoughts just like we treat, a kid that we care about who's just coming up to us and just blah, 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 blah. Your niece or your child or your nephew. You're not going to say, oh, no, you're wrong, right? You're just going to listen. You're going to be compassionate and you're going to listen to it. You're going to go, oh, yeah, those are a lot of thoughts. Good work. So we're going to do that with our own thoughts. Okay? I'm going to play that role to be a little bit detached, compassionate witnesses. Okay? We're going to do this for just a minute. Obviously, you can pause it and set your stuff up, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it with my eyes closed because it'll be less creepy than if I'm doing it with my eyes open. But just to reiterate, we're just listening. That's it. Just for a minute. There's no wrong answer. You could think about, being hungry, being angry, wanting to kill the president. It doesn't matter. All of the thoughts are equal. They're just data. They're just signals, right? None of that. There's no wrong answer. We're not going to judge them. We're just going to let them come in, come out. And just do your best. It might not be easy. This might be new to you. Probably is new to you, but just, this is just kind of a muscle, and we're slowly being compassionate with our muscles, right? We're training them slowly from a start and then building up. All that to say also, this isn't an aesthetic practice. If you have itches, scratch them. You want to move. Just a minute. It's not going to be that bad. Depends. I mean, sometimes when you're meditating, a minute feels like a million. But we're just going to try that. So, got my timer. I have started it. What will I think of next? See you in a minute. So that's it. And we're going to gently come back to our body. Gently come back to our body. And yeah, that went quick. Just for example, just for some, so from my part, from my skin in the game, my mind was pretty calm, pretty chill, because I've done this before, but I also had a thought of, what am I going to say when it's over? What am I going to help the people out with afterwards? And then I had a thought about that thinking, going, oh no, I should stop thinking and all that. So that's just kind of the way things work. That's just kind of the data I had. And some days might be more, some days might be less. But what I want to introduce to you is part of the muscle of mindfulness is the detachment and the self-kindness, really, the non-judgmental kind of stuff that we're doing. And this is just a very tiny taste. But this is something that you can do. This is now your tool. You can use this at any time you want. I'd stay away from the heavy machinery and driving. Definitely look both ways before crossing the street, but this doesn't have to be on the cushion. It helps with on the cushion. This is certainly something you can do for longer during the morning. Helps in the morning because your mind's a little fresher and you might have a little more success, but you can do this at any time. But this is also really good for walking meditation. I really like walking. That's just kind of my thing. I could walk for quite a bit. I look forward to walks because I think my physical grounding helps with being able to detach a little more with my mind. So that's just for me, but those are just things that I want to share with you, and that's for everyone. So thanks for joining. It's a little quick hit. I'm going to be working on some more praxis and practices to give to you guys, so that we can, take it off the drawing board and fly it into the skies. That's the point. This is about life in action and enjoying our life and being more present to our life. And this little taste is just a fantastic gateway. That's the first step. And as the Taoists who have these scrolls, they say the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. So thank you for starting the journey with me. And if you have any questions, any feedback at all, I'll stick the email in the description. And thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Best of luck out there.